This famous Hollywood actress allegedly groomed a 7-year-old and assaulted him when he was 17. This is Asia Argento. She has been in a lot of movies, including a lot of horror movies like George Romero's Land of the Dead. Her father is infamous Italian horror film director Dario Argento. And Asia Argento was dating Anthony Bourdain before his death. So when the Me Too movement was happening back in the 2018-2017 time, Asia came forward and accused Harvey Weinstein of assaulting her. She became one of the faces of the Me Too movement, which was a movement dedicated to listening to victims and believing them. Asia also claimed that another film director had drugged and assaulted her on the set of a film. But in 2004, Asia met young actor Jimmy Bennett on the set of a film. At the time, Jimmy pictured here was only 7 years old. As Jimmy grew older, he and Asia allegedly kept in contact. And in the year 2013, when Jimmy was only 2 months past his 17th birthday, Asia allegedly invited him to her hotel room, plied him with alcohol, and then assaulted him in a number of ways. So right after Asia came out and talked about her experiences with Harvey Weinstein, that's when Jimmy decided it was time for him to talk too. And quietly, behind closed doors, it was arranged that Jimmy would be paid almost $400,000 to keep quiet. Jimmy would even claim later on that he was inspired by the Me Too movement himself to speak about his own assault. Now, initially, Asia denied all of these allegations to news outlets and said that his story was completely false. But then, after these denials were made public, evidence came out. A photograph was published of Asia wearing absolutely nothing while in bed with Jimmy. And there were also text messages made public where she admitted to assaulting the minor and said that it felt weird and that she didn't know he was a minor. Now, Rose Mcgowan actually came out and said, "We don't know the full details of the situation, show restraint and be gentle to Asia." And people absolutely roasted her because what she was saying was directly in contradiction to the entire purpose of the Me Too movement, which was to believe survivors of assault. Eventually, Asia's attorney admitted that there was an encounter between her and Jimmy, and she was fired from her position as a judge on the X Factor. Now, there are a lot of conspiracies dealing with Asia Argento and her late boyfriend, Anthony Bourdain. If you guys want me to talk about those, let me know in the comments section below.